7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. And with me as usual is Anthony Davidson. Now, I want to talk to you about Valtteri Bottas. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside is Lucas Faber. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Butler, Perez, Charles Leclerc, Lee, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Verstappen and Alexander Albon, Norris, Raikkonen, Carlos Sainz and Stroll, Grosjean, Bottas, Pierre Gasly and Daniel Kvyat. Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. victory for Racing Point. And the team will certainly be celebrating tonight. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
Racing Point's performance today has shown that they can be competitive with the veterans of the sport. They're making their way out to the podium now as we speak, and the reaction from the crowd must be incredibly uplifting for them. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Carlos Sainz certainly wasn't someone to scoff about. His ability to follow race strategies throughout with pinpoint precision has to be commended.
Let's move on to the constructors. Racing Point move up to the top of the standings. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. That was a close duel with Devon. How are you planning to come out on top of your rivalry? Do you think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash? Well, thanks anyway.
Great work this weekend. It was fantastic to see you up on that podium.